everyone, welcome back to a new video. Today is day 2 of our top interview 150 questions, and the question that we will be solving today is remove element, and this is an easy level question. In this question we have been given an array nums and an integer which is val, okay, and what we need to do is we will be removing all the occurrences of val from nums, okay, and whatever changes we are making we need to make in nums only, which means that we cannot take a new array and just add the values which are not equals to val, okay. And we have been told that we can change the order of the elements in the array. That is not an issue. We just need to return the number of elements that should be present in nums, okay. Just I will explain this with an example. Let's say we have 1 2 2 3 and 4, okay. So what we need to do is we need to remove the occurrences, okay, and by occurrences I mean is we need to shift these either at the end, okay, and when we shift these at the end, right, this will not be taken into consideration, okay, and once we swap, our main answer should remain in the starting, like in the beginning of the array, and whatever is the length of that value which is not equals to the val, that we have to return, okay, the number of elements. So let's say here we have val, okay, is equals to 2 and nums is given to us is 1 2 2 3 4. What we need to return is, first of all we need to shift this value, okay, and after that what we need to do, we will shift this at the end, and the other thing that we need to do is we will be counting the length of the elements or the number of elements that are present which are not equals to val. So here what we need to return, we need to return 3, okay. I'll use one more example. Let's say we have 1 2 0 0 3 4 8, okay. This is nums and we have been given val as, let's say 4, okay. So we will check and equate which one is not, which is not equals to val or which is equals to val. So this is not equals to val, this is not equals to val. While checking, we need to increment the count also, so that we will keep a count of the number of elements which are not equals to val. Then till now we have 1 2 3 4 5, right? This is not equals to val. Now when we come here, what we need to do, we need to remove this integer or shift it at the end and bring the other one here, and now we should have 8 here and 4 will be shifted here. This will not be, even if we are removing this value, okay, it is not an issue, because whatever changes we are making, if we are removing this 4 here, this last value will be treated as underscore, or it does not have any value, okay. So we just need to return the count, okay, how many numbers are present or elements are present which are not equals to val. So here we should return 6, right. Now let's see what we have been told further, that consider the number of elements in nums which are not equals to val to be k to get accepted. Yeah, we have been told that in order that our value should get accepted, we need to make changes in the array nums only, such that k elements of nums contain the element which are not equal to val, okay. So as I told here, from 0 to this index, all the values should be present in such a way which are not equals to val, and when we are returning this position, right, the array that will be returned will be from 0 to that k minus 1th index, okay. That will be done internally. We just need to return the number of elements here, okay, and we just need to return the k. Now for the brute force approach, if the constant was not given to us, what we would think, let's say if no constant is there, okay. So we can use extra array also, no constant is there, And if in an interview we are asked, then with the brute force we can go like we will start iterating, okay, and let's say it will go from 0 to less than n. We will take a new array which will store the result, let's say it res, okay, and what will happen here, we will start iterating, and if we see if nums at I is not equals to res, sorry, it will be val, right? So if it is not equals to val, then we will simply append that value or add that value to res, right? This will get added here, and then what we will do, we need to return the count, right? So like in a normal question, if we do not have to make changes in the array, right, or we can say that we don't have to return the number of elements, then we will simply return the res, right? And this is like the basic approach that we if we are asked like no, we don't have to return the number of elements, only we need to remove the element and we need to return the array. In such cases we can do this. Or what we can do, if we are told that we need to count the number of elements which are not equals to k, so not equal to val actually, then we can just return the length of res, right? Now this will be the brute force approach when we are not asked specifically to return the like number of elements. Now in case when we have to return the number of elements only, then what we will do, let's move on to the optimal approach. Now we will be using 2 pointers. Now what we will do, we will start iterating from 0 only. Let's say we have nums is equals to 1 3 1 2 3 2, okay, and val we have been given as 2. We will start iterating from here, right? Now we have while 1 will be like it will check that the value should not go out of the bound of the array, right? So for that we will use I, it will go till less than n. And now what we will check here, if nums of I is not equals to val, then what we will do, like we this 1 is there, right? So this is not equals to 2. So for that what we will do, we have this j here, so at that index on j we will insert that value. So nums of j is equals to nums of I. This insertion here will not be shown because the value is same, it will be visible on moving forward, okay? So when we are only meeting this condition, then only we will add this value to jth index, and then only j's value will increase. How it will happen, let me show you. Now let's say we have come to first index. This is 0th index, first index, second index and third index, right? Now we have come here, I is equals to 1, and we see here this value is equal, right? So now our j value also moved here, j is also equals to 1, I is equals to 1. Now we see that it is equal. So what it will happen, it will not do anything, it will simply move forward and I will become equals to 2. Now our j is equals to 1 and I is equals to 2, and we see that now the value at ith position, that is nums of 2 is not equals to value, right? It is 3 here and we have 2 here. So what will happen, this value will go here and this will become, it will remain same only. We will simply assign the value to the first index. So now what we will get here after updation, 1 3 3 2, right? Only this index value will change, because we have been told that only the value which is asked, like which are not equals to the value, will only be checked, and we just need to return the number of elements. Rest of the array will not matter. Okay, so even if we are having 2 here or 3 here, it does not matter. Only the value which are equal to val here, okay, whichever value is equals to val, we need to remove that only, and from the beginning to the number of elements minus 1, that is, let's say k is the number of elements. So from 0 to kth index, the value should be present which are not equals to val. So now what happened, we move to our j will increase and move to second, right? Because here we added the value, and since we have already added a value at first index, now we will move to second index. Now j will become 2 and I will become 3. So here we see that I is already equals to the value, so we don't need to make any changes. Now the number of elements that were not equals to value were 2, right? And the final j value is also 2. So what we will do here, we will simply return j. So what we are doing here, first we are iterating, and then whenever we are finding value which is not equals to the value which is given to us, we are simply adding the value at the jth index, right? Now if we use one more example, it will be more clear, right? So I'll use one more example, 1300882. Okay, let's say our val is equals to 8 here. So now our I is equals to 0 and j is also equals to 0. Now value is 8, both there will be no changes. So what will happen now, this is not equals, right? So at this index, the value of j will be inserted and we will move forward, right? So I will become 1, j will also become 1, and same way 3 will also remain, 0 will also remain. When we come here, okay, so what will happen here, when we are coming, then j will not increment, right? Here 0 1 2 3 4 5. When we are moving from one index to another, here when we see that this value is equals to the ith index value, right? So what will happen then, this jth index will not move, it will stay there, the value will not increment. So now what we will have here, j will remain as 4 only and I will become 5, and we see that this nums of I will not be equals to val. So what we will do, we will insert this 2 here. So what we will get now, 1 3 0 0 2 and 8, and our j value will increment now and it will become 5. So we will count how many values are there which are not equals to value, 1 2 3 4 5. So we are getting the value as 5. Okay, so this is what we are supposed to do. Now there is one more way, like this is the optimal way, because we are just solving the question in O of n time complexity, right? The time complexity here we have is O of n. One more thing that we can do is, that is like a better approach, or we can say it means it can come to your mind, or it is a good approach also. It is kind of a better approach. Okay, so what we can do, we can simply sort the array, and when we are iterating again, we will simply remove those elements. Okay, after that, when we have removed, when we are iterating, remove the elements. And once we have removed the element, after that what we will do? We will simply return the length of the nums. Because anyways we do means whatever value we are returning, it only matters the value or the number of elements which are not equals to the value. So even if you are like removing the value or shifting the value at the end, it will not matter. The only the thing which will matter is the value should be means present in the 0 to kth index. Okay, so now let's move on to the editor, code editor, and we will use the optimal approach to solve this. So let's see the code now. Okay, now what we will do, I will use two pointers I and j, both will be initialized with 0, and we will start iterating on the array. I is less than nums, length of nums, and what we will do here, we will start the iteration and we will means store the values which are not equals to val, right? So I will check here if nums of I is not equals to val. In that condition, what I need to do, I will store the value, means store whatever value we have at the jth index, right? So nums of j is equals to nums of I. And once we have stored the value, we will increment the value of j by 1. After that, what we will do here, we will simply return j. I'll try to run it now. Okay, I need to increment the value of I also. So the sample test is a pass. Let's try to submit it. So this code has been accepted. I will be posting the better approach and the brute force approach on the GitHub. You can access those from there. And that's it for today, guys. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comments. And in case you have any doubts, please let me know in the comments that too. And also, in order to continue with me in this coding journey, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you will be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you for watching.